Here at the NBA 2K event in Las Vegas, influencers and NBA players in town for Summer League are getting a first-hand look at NBA 2K20.
What are you thinking about 2K20 thus far?
Really fun, really very realistic.
Like, I don't do no 2K gas. Like, I don't gas. Yep. I don't care about who thinks it should be. 2K20 is
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everyone. From Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny, we're all looking forward to the same thing, the first game of the regular season.
Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And Kemba Walker, a leader for this team, a catalyst. Kenny, talk about what he brings to the table.
Winning. You know, we saw that at Connecticut where he led his team to the national championship, and he's fearless in the big moment.
And you like his work ethic. He's gotten better every year, a leader by example, Ernie.
And that'll wrap it up. We take you courtside. Thanks for joining us.
What do you mean, tape it up?
You tape it up.
San Antonio, Texas, in Orlando. All right, here we go. They're ready to go.
Lean with it, rock with it, maybe even work it out. You better rap or something else to talk about. I thought about that happening. Rappers is really whack, but they still
to the rim. Look out, looks like he's going to try and break his man down.
Got a different sound, but it's not as clear as this.
And he does it with authority.
Yes! My fingers will snap, but it won't be to the beat. Every time I spit it, I do it for the street.
Spinning his way for the bucket. Oh, what a move. It is good. Oh, what a play. And slams it through. It has been a magnificent night.
And here is Bryant. He's really flipped the script with his performance here in the second half. To the inside. The bump, the drive. Oh! Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella.
Yeah. It's that street park. It's we blacking out. Remember we used to be in 262, 21. We be playing ball, the sun, singing, start shooting. I be rapping, singing, start shooting. We like, they shooting. They shooting. Made you look. They was clapping in the park, I was rapping. They started clapping in the park, I kept rapping. Was looking grand, but it wasn't no full court. I'm bitch style and street savvy. Blowing the whistle like.
I'ma shoot 'em up, whiz all birds. All-star, what you think I'm is all fur? A chef up like Stuart Mizar third. If the price is right, like Bob Bizarre. Keep the crossover for your EPMD. Do Adidas on the court like DMC. It's moving. Call me the on the read. What else? Call me the red from 3. What else? Kid ball like Chris Paul. Got the niggas acting like girls, RuPaul. The poster child, hit you with the in and out. You was poster foul, now you a poster. Wow. I get up like the jump shot, how you wet? That's a light shower. Dish better than TV, teardrop all net. Ha ha.
Bitch, you think I lost my grind like I slipped and missed my step? You lost your mind. I come up off of the bench when attention to shine. Train to
The starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia 76ers. At shooting guard, Josh Richardson. At small forward, Tobias Harris. At the other guard position, Ben Simmons. At the other forward position, Al Horford. At center, Joel Embiid. The head coach of the visiting team is Brett Brown. Position at 6'9", number 11, Michael Beasley. Starting at center, standing 6'11", number 54, Enes Kanter. Starting at shooting guard, at 6'3", number 36, Marcus Smart. The other forward, standing 6'8", number 0, Jason Tatum. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 5, Kemba Walker. Your head coach is Brad Stevens. Let's hear it for your Boston Celtics.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. It's the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Boston Celtics. Two conference rivals, C-Web, squaring off tonight. A little extra. You can feel it riding on this one.
Oh, yeah. You know how the conference rival games go. These games can mean a lot at the end of the season when you're talking about playoff seeding, tiebreakers, all that good stuff. And there's never been anything wrong, in my opinion, with a little mutual dislike. I mean, there are no friends when you step between these lines.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Joel Embiid. Horford is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard. Now here's Richardson following the miss by Kemba Walker. Richardson kicks to Harris. Here's Horford. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And the powerful frame of Horford, I mean, enabling him to rumble through the defensive resistance to put it home.
Walker finds Beasley. The Celtics working the ball around now. Down low, Horford lays it up off the glass. Horford's got his second basket.
Well, everyone knows that Horford relishes any chance he gets down low.
Walker looking for an opening. Embiid against Cantor. Shot clock at 5. Here's Smart. No good that time. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here matched up against Boston. It's how they'll tip off the new season.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Now here's Simmons. Back to Embiid. Knocked away. Stolen by Walker. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Beasley outside. Walker in the post, guarded by Simmons. The shot from the low post is good.
And for a guy who only stands 6'1", Walker can be a strong finisher in the painted area.
Simmons on the wing. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Down low. Here's Horford. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Horford's got 6. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Tatum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Tatum is lanky. I mean, long. I mean, you think you got him defended. He ends up getting to the foul line.
And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
And that one falls for Tatum. C-Web, a great defensive team last season. What's surprising is that the Celtics didn't create that many turnovers, though.
Yeah, 23rd in the league in steals. They don't gamble a lot, but they are active and they're relentless. And they have a coach who makes great in-game adjustments.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Brad Stevens for just a minute. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you. Do you think that's the right approach, guys?
I don't think it's ever wrong to focus on defense first. It sets a tone that can last for an entire game.
Oh, and it could lead to some easy points too, Greg. I bet you that they turn a lot of turnovers into transition buckets today.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here's Smart. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Here's Simmons. Fader on the way. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Marcus Smart. How he did last season. Averaged 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Cantor with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Cantor, the pass to Smart. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. Over Simmons. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
And we can see this from his rookie year. Tatum's a guy who's going to make shots and at times carry an offense.
Simmons against Walker. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got his second bucket.
He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Back to Walker. Simmons with the defensive effort.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Richardson dishes to Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Richardson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Smart deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Walker. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Richardson finds Simmons. Shoots over Walker. No good from Simmons.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Nice shot by Smart.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 1. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Horford. James Ennis comes in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz checked in for Richardson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Ben Simmons. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
If they hating, got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even like the bay. Had to get it on my own. I could really get it. Couldn't even get it on the phone. I be working. I ain't gon' stop putting on for the home of the slang. Yeah, bad on my gang. Yeah, big bag with a aim. Yeah, you ain't really what you claim. Why you always in the way? talking shit, but you ain't close.
And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. 4th, Joel Embiid.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Brown with it. Pass to Langford. Ball's knocked loose. Clock at 4, and they're moving it up. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
Here's Tice. Here is Williams. Here's Hayward. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Hayward's got his first 2 points of the night.
And it's not easy trying to guard Hayward. Amazing at getting space off the pick.
McConnell kicks to Korkmaz. Back to McConnell. From beyond the arc, another 3 for Philadelphia.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
And good that time. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. He kicks to Ennis. Pass to Korkmaz. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Langford, the pass to Tice. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That is his first foul of the game. White bikes, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Hayward passes to Langford. Over Ennis. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
Now here's Monroe. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ennis. From down in the low post, it goes. And the 76ers lead by 6. And with Brown, he has the trust of the players because they have gone through the same trying times.
And let's not undervalue what stability has meant for this group. Having a coach like Coach Brown, who has been through the ups and downs with the Sixers, it makes players play that much harder for him. I mean, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him when he's on his way to the bucket.
Out to Monroe. Back to McConnell. And there's the pass to Monroe. Over Williams. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The shot's good. 6 points for Gordon Hayward.
All that work Hayward's done in the weight room has paid off. He can make those tough finishes through contact now.
Monroe finds McConnell. Monroe right side. Now here's McConnell. Tight defense on him. Shoots from 12. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Brown outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 2-point 76ers lead.
And Brown is superb at just keeping focused. Despite what the D throws at him, he gets the job done.
Passes it to Korkmaz. Now McConnell. Williams with the block. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. 76ers on top. They lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Greg Monroe regarded as one of the better big men in the NBA, but in recent seasons, his minutes have been going down. He talked about maintaining his focus.
I'm a player. You know, as long as I'm on the court, whenever I'm on the court, it's just about being productive. You know, it's about continuing on the right path, you know, having the right mindset, the right focus, and just coming in every day and putting in the work and trying to do whatever you can to win games.
Professional mindset. Monroe is seasoned veteran, ready to go when his name is called.
It's challenging to accept a different or lesser role, but Monroe is approaching it like a true pro.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Well, and not only in terms of building the lead, but now the defense has to extend itself. That leads to other opportunities.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Monroe is out there with Ennis, and it's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Dwight Bikes, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3 spot. Now here's Brown. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Brown's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now here's Ennis, defended by Hayward. Korkmaz kicks to Bikes. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaylen Brown. Well, it's the first game of the regular season. Chris, talk about what you expect to see this year in the league overall, the feel you think you're going to get.
Well, I think there's going to be 2 sides. This is a copycat league, so you're going to see some teams that are going to try to speed up the play. You're going to see some teams that try to increase three-pointers and decrease their mid-range jumpers. And then reality will set in, and then they'll have to kind of get back to playing regular basketball. And for some teams, it's just straight development. How can you develop your young players and get them along with maybe some veterans who are going to be transitioned out in the middle of the year? So right now for coaches, GMs, presidents, there's a lot of optimism, but there's also a lot of prodding and self-examination to see where they will be a year from now, as opposed to putting all their eggs in this season. A fantastic season a year ago for the 76ers. Think about it, 52 wins for them, and they secured the 3rd seed in the East. A far cry from where they were just a few seasons ago.
And the improvement for the 76ers happened so fast. Last year, the team went from the cellar to front runner.
When they got healthy, they got good. Having Simmons and Embiid for a full year, huge. I mean, they lost to the Celtics, but that's just part of the learning process for this group.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
You know, and last year, the Celtics became real, even in defeat to a superior team. I mean, they found a winning formula and accelerated their timeline.
Boston making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Simmons checked in for the 76ers. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. And with the Celtics' advancement to the Eastern Conference Final.
Oh! Come on, did you see that? Did you see that? And the versatility of Simmons, astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Tatum. 5 points in the game. A terrific all-around player. Walker's improvement from range, Chris, has taken his game to another level.
Oh, yeah. He was much better inside the arc when he entered the league. But over his first 4 seasons, he shot around 31% from 3. Then something clicked. Now, he's a factor.
Two shots.
The first one falls.
Oh, man, you talk about making the engine run. Kemba Walker, he's the man. Lightning quick, stronger than he looks. I mean, this man is a competitor.
Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And the 76ers also making a change. Richardson's checked in. And he makes both free throws. And with Walker, the effort's always there. But, Chris, so is the production.
I mean, he has some of the best handles in the game. He's going to generate offense for you. He's a good bet for 20 or more points a game, 5 to 6 assists, and provides tremendous leadership.
Now here is Horford. He has 6, and there it is for him. Richardson's got 5 now.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
Shot's good by Walker.
That's a good idea for Walker. Get the D thinking about a jump shot and open up the passing lane.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Back to Simmons. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Horford the pass to Simmons. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Outside, Walker. Now, here's Cantor. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Yep, that one goes. Smart's got the lead back up to 1 now for the Celtics.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
Here's Bikes, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
Boston making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Dwight Bikes. And here's Embiid. Harris finds Simmons. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Walker. And Cantor pulls it down. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. Here's Walker. And it's blocked by Simmons.
But the reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
Second chance shot. And he makes the 8-footer. Simmons got 10. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Well, think back to when Ben Simmons was first drafted as the top pick in 2016. Everyone knew he could be a playmaker as a small forward. But really, he functions fully as a point guard when he's out on the floor.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
And Chris, Simmons, a player that almost transcends the traditional basketball position.
He's a playmaker, plain and simple. He has the height and vision and skill to line up anywhere. Simmons, he could be viewed as a generational talent when it's all said and done.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. Here's Harris. There's the feed to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Simmons against Walker. Outside Tatum. To the inside. Embiid with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. He feeds it to Horford. Beasley with the steal. Smart against Richardson. Smart kicks to Walker. Cantor with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Outside, Simmons. He dishes it to Embiid. Count it. Good. Embiid's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Walker against Simmons. And the call will be against Al Horford. And that'll be his third foul so far.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the break. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
Here's Tatum. He has 5. Five to shoot. Here's Smart.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Walker against Simmons. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Over Smart. Off the left rim and out.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off. Anyway, talk about a coach who gets the most out of his guys and what he has to work with. I mean, that's none other than Brad Stevens. I mean, he's done it for years. First in college, now on the greatest level.
And talking about Stevens, many people were shocked when he received 0 votes from his peers for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, I think people just got used to his style. And it's not just the great scheme that he has. He does a fantastic, subtle job of motivating players and keeping everyone focused.
And the first one drops. Second free throw, no good. The back-to-the-basket scoring obviously more uncommon these days than it was in the past. Can we even say now with any kind of certainty, Chris, who has the best hook shot in the game?
The best hook shot in the game by far, still belongs to Tony Parker. No, he is not a big man, but he did lead the league in paint scoring when he was in his prime. Now a little bit older, he can still get to it. When Tony Parker gets in that paint, Kevin, he has the best jump hook. When I played in the game, the only guy that I respected their jump hook as much as mine was his jump hook because he would float it over bigs so easy.
No kidding.
Oh, no kidding, Kev. He still has the best jump hook floater in the game. That's right, that man Tony Parker.
And the 76ers decide to take make their first time out here.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Some changes for Boston. Williams comes in for Cantor. And ABC subbed in for Marcus Smart. TJ McConnell, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Walker finds Beasley. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And you can't leave guys open around Walker, I'll tell you that. He sees when the defense is overcommitted.
Now McConnell. He's got 5. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Feeds to Embiid. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Jason Tatum. And then for Philadelphia, Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Horford. Ennis comes in for Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Ben Simmons. Here's Ennis, just 3 to shoot. It's deflected. Walker goes in. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Boston.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
First one falls for him.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
The way that this 76ers team can rotate and contest is a big strength for them. I mean, they have good length on the floor at all positions. I mean, they were one of the best teams in the league in terms of opponent field goal percentage last season.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the length of this 76ers team really shows on defense.
Yeah, Kevin, and it's not just Embiid in the middle. The wings block and bother shots as well. They rebound well as a group. I mean, this team has made big strides in their defense the last few years, and that's why they've gone from cellar to title contender.
And the first one at the line is good. And Chris, you spent time here with the 76ers in your career and led them to a postseason run. How much does the city bond when that happens?
Well, I tell you what, I love my time in Philly. I mean, I was injured late in my career, and I got so much love. If you play hard, they'll give you love. If you play hard, they'll respect you. I mean, seeing that here with both the 76ers and their football team, how they go all out, how they give you that love, and their baseball team. I mean, they were 3rd in attendance, and fans don't get enough credit for their love of the team. Yeah, they could be cruel at times, but when you win, they love you, and they go all out.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes the first. Chris, you had a lengthy NBA career. From what you observed, talk about the differences in how various coaches hold practices and try to teach.
You just want to keep guys motivated. You want guys to listen and then execute. And whatever you can do to get their ear, gain their trust, and then get them to go out there and execute. So if you're on a veteran team, you may have a smaller practice but with more intensity, meaning maybe you only practice an hour of live work going back and forth and scrimmaging, whereas if you're a young team, you might be able to expect 2 hours of scrimmaging every day. Do the players understand the culture? Do they understand the tenets of the offense and the defense? And usually coaches coach by that need and necessity of the team as opposed to just having one structure. And so in Washington, we had 3-a-days during training camp, as opposed to Sacramento later in my career. It would be one practice because we're all old. We need to make sure that we get the most intensity out of this practice and then save our legs for the game.
And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. No luck that time either.
Unusual about the Celtics last year. I mean, their young players just kept getting better. I mean, there was no rookie wall, just the opposite. I mean, even through the playoffs, they kept learning and kept improving.
Now here's Ennis. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Embiid. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
You got to keep your eye on Embiid, especially from these in-between areas. I mean, he's effective at scoring from there.
Langford, the pass to Tice. Kicks to Brown. Ball's knocked loose, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And the 76ers making a change here. Bikes is checked in. .44 seconds left in the first half. Here's Hayward, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Hayward's got 4 points this quarter.
And how about the concentration? Hayward completely dialed in.
Now, here's McConnell. He's got 5. Here's Bikes to the paint. Monroe. That shot is off. Williams with the defensive effort.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Back to Hayward. Pass to Langford. Over McConnell. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. We saw Kemba Walker lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
The toughness of Kemba Walker is no joke. One of the smaller guys on the floor, he's also wiry strong. You see it when he attacks in the paint. The improved consistency from distance.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace, setting the physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back, everyone. There's State Station. That's where you get off the T if you're going to go visit the old State House here in Boston. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Boston leading by 5. They've got Beasley. Williams is out there with Smart. Then it's Tatum and it's Cantor in at the center position. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Clock at 6. Smart goes in. The putback and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Pass to Horford. And it goes down 2 points. Horford's got 8 points.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? No.
Now here's Beasley. Back to Cantor. Nice ball movement by Boston. No good from outside. The 76ers trail by 5. Harris with it. Now guarded by Smart. Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart leading the charge. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him. Walker's checked in for Williams.
Checking in for your Celtics, Kemba Walker.
Off the inbound. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, "You realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you." Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. And here is Simmons after Marcus Smart got his shot to go from deep. Back to Simmons. And he elevates, and then the slam. Cantor did not like that.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. You know, you watch Ben Simmons play, and it isn't a surprise, Chris, that he's a threat to go off for a triple-double every time he suits up.
Well, Simmons is going to have a lot of triple-doubles in his career. Great size and a knack for the ball when it comes to rebounding.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Celtics leading by 8. Outside, Walker. He kicks it to Cantor. Back to Walker. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Walker's got 17 now.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Timeout called the 76ers. Well, see, Webb, there were a ton of huge personalities on this 76ers team, from the stars right on down to the rotation players.
But it starts with the Embiid. You know, he's talking junk out there. And think about the quiet swagger that Simmons plays with. This group genuinely get along, and they play for each other. The trials they went through to get here as a core, they should have all the confidence in the world.
And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Simmons.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Now here is Harris. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Whether it's inside or outside, Harris remains steady and ready to shoot the ball. He definitely has the trust of his teammates and coaches.
Walker against Simmons. Walker finds Canner. Good D by Embiid.
I think a kick out is the better option there. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
Here's Harris, and he banks in the layup. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Walker the pass to Canner. Beasley outside. Tatum on the wing. Outside, Smart. Clock at 4. Over Richardson. Misses off the right iron.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
To the middle. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And all that Embiid needs really is positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you know he's done.
And Walker kicks to Cantor. Back to Walker. In the corner, Smart with it. Boston again missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Simmons, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. I mean, 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Now here's Smart. 10 points for him. And there's the pass to Walker. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
That gives them the lead. 19 points for Ben Simmons.
This is where Simmons likes to shoot from. I mean, the closer he is to the rim, the better.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And without a doubt, the voice of this team, the face of this franchise, is center Joel Embiid. Chris, he's embraced it from the beginning.
The 76ers knocked it out the park when they took the risk of drafting Embiid. To have a star like Embiid be so personable, it's rare. I mean, he's practically the voice of the city at this point.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. The 76ers also with a sub. McConnell's checked in. Got that one up quick. And that's 20 points for Kemba Walker.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Simmons finds McConnell. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Walker. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Oh, look, he's looking like a runaway train tonight. I don't think they've got a chance to slow Walker down in this one.
Passes it to McConnell. Back to Simmons. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
ABC's checked in for the Celtics. Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Now here's Simmons. 19 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Fade away. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
They needed it. The game was threatening to get out of hand until they finally kicked into gear. A perfect position to grab the rebound. Gets underneath, boxes out, and pulls it down.
Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Brown. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Back to McConnell. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. That's tipped, but he gets it back. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by McConnell. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Boston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Langford, the pass to Brown. Here's Tice. Hayward outside. Just 5 on the clock. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hayward's got 13.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And the foul called on ABC. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Celtics making a change here. Tatum's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Monroe's checked in for Joel Embiid. And it's Ennis in for Al Horford. Here's Simmons. And it's Monroe, top of the key. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Walker. From deep three-point range, a shot by McConnell, no good.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Hayward finds Walker. High arcing shot, and the layup is good. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Oh my, Walker is so soft with the floater, just placing it perfectly over the defense.
Simmons against Tatum. Simmons passes to Korkmaz. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Now here's Walker. 24 points for him. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Walker's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead's safe as long as he's on the floor.
Now here's Ennis, guarded closely. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Dwight Bikes, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Dwight Bikes.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Simmons with it, picked up by Brown. No good from Simmons. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Leading by 5. Such a wide open look. Walker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Celtics. Bikes kicks to Simmons. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Korkmaz. It's tipped. They get it back. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Harris is checked in for T.J. McConnell. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the third. To the middle.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
Mikes kicks to Harris. Over Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, when Harris is down deep, he is exceptional at being physical. Really puts defenders in a tough spot.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Oh, wow. And Harris is a guy that really offers a ton of versatility. He can play both forward spots and is an efficient scorer from just about anywhere.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-7 run. Walker in the corner. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Sometimes the D is helpless against Walker. His speed, cleverness, and touch from everywhere makes him a near impossible cover.
For Boston, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
2 shots. That's on the first.
That free throw, no good.
An electrifying scorer. Walker, he'll burn you in so many ways.
Good on the second free throw. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
That's a good break. I mean, it's tough to connect on those long-distance passes.
From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Boston with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The 76ers trail by 10. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Richardson. Harris is out there at Greg Monroe. Then there's Dwight Bikes. And it's Simmons in at the small forward. Now here is Harris. Goes up the baseline. And right through it goes. Harris has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the 76ers. Walker the pass to Tatum. And here's Beasley. Brown kicks to Hayward. Over Harris. Hayward can't hit. Here's Philadelphia. Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Tatum. And here comes Brown. Leading the fast break. And the shot goes in. Hayward's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
Taking charge tonight. Hayward, a versatile scorer. I mean, he feels comfortable shooting from any area on the floor.
Simmons against Tatum. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. And the baseline jumper, no good. Boston leading by 10. Down low, here's Hayward. Some solid defense from Harris.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Richardson the pass to Bikes. Harris outside. Here's the three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Hayward on the wing, guarded by Harris. And the rejection by Monroe. Basket counts. And now it's a 12-point Celtic lead.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, that's because both offenses are relentless. Each side trying to close this thing out.
Now here's Tatum. Here's Hayward. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Philadelphia calls time here. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense on him because what they've been doing so far is not working.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Enes Kanter comes in for Tatum. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Then for the 76ers, Embiid comes in for Greg Monroe. And it's Horford in for Dwight Bikes. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
Here's Embiid after Gordon Hayward's bucket, and stolen by Hayward. Inside, here's Walker. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Walker's got 32 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Richardson. Back to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
And once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
And so it's Walker with it who brings it up for the Celtics. Outside, Smart. There's the triple. Horford with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 13. Up top, Simmons. Defended by Hayward. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it's certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, Kevin, a few more possessions like that, this game will have a much different look.
And there's the feed to Horford. 2 points. That one goes.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Kanter kicks to Walker. Three-pointer, Hayward. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. And he trims the lead to single digits. And that's 13 points for Tobias Harris.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
And here's Walker outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Harris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fires the 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Walker. Back to Hayward. Hayward is doubled. And the call will be against Al Horford. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Timeout. Timeout. 4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Cantor finds Beasley. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside, Smart. Nailed from three-point land.
And the three-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is his 2nd of this half, 3rd overall.
Here's Embiid. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Never easy trying to stop Embiid. Even when you foul him, he still finds ways to muscle shots in.
One shot.
And that one misses.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid, because it's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
It's Smart with the drive. And again, it's Boston converting.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Richardson dishes to Horford. Richardson kicks to Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Simmons.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Walker the pass to Hayward. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
Yeah, and Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
The first one falls. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
The 76ers trail by 9. To the inside, stolen by Smart. Walker finds Hayward. Simmons against Walker. Beasley outside. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Cantor against Embiid. Cantor kicks to Walker. Shot clock at 6. Embiid comes with a double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the 76ers with the ball. The 76ers trail by 9. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Oh, man, he's a polished interior player. I love seeing Embiid establish himself down low and then go to work.
That one goes. Count it. 17 points for Marcus Smart.
If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, well, with his toughness and skills in there, it's a rough problem to fix.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. And Embiid drops them both. Walker with it. Tipped away. Six to shoot. You're Smart. And again, Boston with the triple.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters.
Now here's Embiid. Bank shot, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
And that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Horford against Beasley. Kicks it to Tatum. Inside. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Lets it go from 11. No good that time. So the Celtics will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Celtics.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Walker.
He had those defenders shaking their heads. There were times when they thought they had a handle on him, and then just like that, he'd go off on another tear.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And here's Harris from the arc. That shot off. Now Walker. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.